Hey guys, and welcome to this commentary. This is writer, director, editor, producer, and actor Rob Moore.
Yeah, this is Steve, and I hate you all.
Editor, producer.
This is Sean. I was a producer and also play God in the movie and in real life.
Hi, this is Luke, and I played the Adam West 1960s Batman.
Oh yeah, and if you're curious, I played Joker, Ra's al Ghul, and some other juggernaut.
And I basically played every other character. So, at least in this commentary, we've got the 4 best actors in the entire movie. That was such an awkward silence there.
Yes, I'm just amazed. 600,000 YouTube views.
Yeah.
Danny was a better actress than me. So.
Are you saying you're an actress?
No, I'm an actress, but she was better though. She was better at acting than me. So.
My God, look, these are all my characters. Many faces. I'll never get bored. I can have a conversation. Oh, who's that arsehole on the phone?
That's me when I had the fucking peach fuzz on my chin.
So this movie came about. The Avatar review had just been posted, and then me and Alex were planning. Alex plays Bane. He said that we should review Batman Forever, which I actually like. You know, shock horror. And he said we should review it in the costumes. And then as we were coming up with ideas, it kind of just evolved. And then over the year, we brought Steve on because he's got like this boner for Heath Ledger and knows all his lines.
So we'll have to go back.
And he's not even denying it. So then
Keep going.
So we had 3 writers, and we just I'm just digging myself a bigger hole now. We just more and more ideas came, but I don't think we ever actually had a solid script because people kept dropping out and it kept changing. So it's more or less an improvised movie-ish.
Alex is dead.
Yeah, I know there was one part where me and Ash were in competition of who's gonna get what, because originally you wanted either Joker or Riddler to be a female.
Man, I showed this movie to so many people. One person didn't believe that was really your voice because of how accurate it was to Heath's. But yeah, the original casting was wicked different. Like Sean was always God. By the way, that's a great thing to have on your resume on IMDb that you're God.
Oh yes.
And that's something you and Morgan Freeman have in common, so that's another cool asset. I think Luke was always Adam West. I was originally Two-Face. I think Jimmy was the Riddler, I think. Is that right?
Jimmy was the Riddler, you were supposed to be Two-Face.
I think I wanted to be Robin first, though, didn't I?
Oh, yeah.
Because I thought I was too small really to play Batman, so that's why I thought.
That's a bit personal, Luke, telling us how small you are.
I know. I'm just reading height though.
Yeah, I think I was Two-Face, Jimmy was Riddler, Howard was Mr. Freeze, but Mr. Freeze literally had one line, the whole, I'm Mr. Freeze, you don't look like Mr. Freeze, and then he holds up a bag of ice cubes. That was meant to be it. And then I had like 3 Batman, it was always 3 Batman, one of which was going to be a woman. And then people kept changing, so it was constantly changing. But I'm glad that I got the Riddler because I was happy playing my favourite actor, Jim Carrey. And I think the casting just seemed more beneficial towards the end. But anyway, and I like how we've all explained that, and it's still on the whole previously on montage.
Yes, and Ra's al Ghul was added like last minute on request from me.
And the serious Riddler was a last minute addition.
Yeah, that was you actually. You asked me for that.
Yeah, Steve had the costume, and he was like planning, like some short film?
Which never got into fruition, but a script was made.
Yeah, and I just had this idea, like, originally the script didn't even have conflict, and I thought it'd be really cool to have. It was kind of inspired from Halloween 5, where, like, some character with steel-toe boots wanders around, and then it's revealed in part 6 or whatever. So that was Nigma's role, and then I wanted him to just appear at the end and have that epic speech, which was completely improvised.
Really sabotage it for them. Oh, I know.
Now see, here's something that was very unintentional. Like, here's Sean, he's talking like God. Now, keep in mind, he's got the green screen on, so I don't know if that has any effect on his facial expressions. But every time he talks, the more he talks, the more evil he looks. This peaceful entity who's supposed to love everything, turns more evil as the movie goes on.
Yes. I was originally going to edit and have his eyes kind of like glow red or something, and it was like, I'm just going to leave it. And this was also a last minute...
That would have been a bit on the nose.
This was a last minute joke because we had so many production problems that, yeah, we threw in the fourth wall jokes that I say, because I realise a lot of people hate Dark Knight Rises for plot holes and continuity errors, so I wanted to kind of prove my point that that's irrelevant. And then I realised we've got God in our movie, so we can literally have God give us shit production. And that is fucking evil laugh, man.
There we go. And here's the funny thing. Nobody mentions this. Look at Sean's teeth. They're just so perfectly white. It just makes it so much more creepy. He's got like Joker from the Mark Hamill's Joker with a full set of teeth. It just looks so much more evil.
God takes dentistry very seriously.
You must use like those white strips from Quest. I don't know.
Think part of that is just how the green screen effect works. In real life, they're not quite that obviously white, but something about the effect just makes them look disgustingly white. It's weird.
I originally was going to have, because when I was Two-Face, I wanted the costumes to actually be seriously put together, so I was going to hire a makeup artist to make me look like Tommy Lee Jones. And then Danny, who plays Batgirl, just said we should have the most cheap, crap, ridiculous costumes possible. So I already had this mask. It was actually a full latex mask, and I just said, I'll just cut it in half. Like, one half was that red part, the other half was just plain, like, normal skin color.
Was that the costume I bought for you guys? Because I know I put some money in for the costume. I think that was the one I put in.
I believe you bought the suit. I'm actually jealous, because out of all the costumes, as much as I love your Riddler costume, my favourite is probably Howard's, because I think it looks so badass. But it was so hot because, I mean, my outfit was hot, but Howard had about 3 or 4 layers on, plus the mask, which he had to hold on with a beanie, so he was just so hot for the most of the shooting.
Same thing with some of the Riddler shots that you made me do. You made me, well, I did it on like a 90-degree weather day, so I've got a shirt, a vest, and a jacket, plus the pants and all that. That was a crazy day, but the funny thing is, when you see it, it's all sunny, but as soon as we were done and we were going out to eat, it was raining.
By the way, the parody that I just did, if anyone didn't get that, I'm a sick bastard. It's a parody of the WWE event when Owen Hart passed away, and Jim Ross reveals the news to the audience. I'll see you all in hell. And
that's my basement.
In 20 seconds, Alex, or even less, Alex just destroyed. When we wrote the script, like Bane and Joker were both funny, but it seemed like Joker was the comedic one and Bane was kind of serious. And then when the scenes were done, it just seemed to reverse because Alex had so much fun with this. And then the subtitles. Yeah, the subtitles was Howard's idea because he genuinely couldn't understand Alex at times, and you know, so many people bitched about Tom Hardy and not being able to understand him. So, and then Alex, by the way, specifically asked for the subtitles to be written in Comic Sans because they're the embodiment of evil. They were his exact words.
I love the music though, like the music's really good here, but I just mean the bit with the Joker and Bane though, like the really creepy music's brilliant. With
the music was. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Steve.
No, I was just gonna say where I was hiding. I was actually hiding in a bathroom. That's where the bathroom is, and I decided to hide there. And the person that was filming was Stuart. And what you saw there, I literally didn't know how to grab him, so it just looks like I'm just like throwing him down, like as if I'm about to wrestle him. But that was filmed, honestly, during WrestleMania weekend for WrestleMania 29 because that was held in New Jersey, and New Jersey's my home state, unfortunately. So, yeah, that was some rough filming there when it came to my house because of all the crap that we had to do afterwards, and we had to rush.
I love these pictures. These were from an actual artist, Tom Fox. They're hand-drawn.
There's me. I don't know why you always put Steve instead of Steven, but I guess because everybody calls me Steve.
My picture just looks so out of place. They're like, because like you got John and Craig looking like the absolute cool Batman, and then I just look so like.
Well, like even Ashes looks nothing like what her costume is. And Craig.
So here's Batman. Here's a guy in a costume.
But the music was very rushed because Howard was supposed to do the music, and then he just didn't get it done in time. So I had 2 days, I think. Yeah, it was 2 days before the premiere of this film to throw together music for a 2-hour film, which wasn't easy, but I was really happy with how it came out. And that's the best credit in the entire movie. I don't think I put Rob Bohr on there enough.
one of the most iconic movie franchises.
Look how big my ears are when my head is short. When my head is short, my hair is short.
When your head is short?
When my head is short. Only one of my heads is short.
So you got Will Smith ears.
Yeah, look at them. That's why I grow my hair long now. Jesus, with the Nirvana poster in the background.
Is that yours or was that Ashley's?
That was actually mine.
Okay. Because you used to always tell me about how, like, rock is all the same and rap isn't.
Yeah, I kind of expanded since then. I like this continuity thing because it starts off minor. Like, my hood is down at the minute, and then there's jump cut to now it's up. So I wanted to start off subtle, and then it's like it gets. There's nothing subtle about the jokes later, and then it's back down.
You should not go into a movie trying to find
All the footage that was there, had we kept everything, this movie would have been like 3 hours.
Yeah, I remember because when we set off, I wanted this to still be half review, half movie. And because I still wanted it to be a cinematic Venom episode. So this review was actually a review of The Dark Knight Rises as well as a movie. And when I did a rough cut, it was 2.5... No, I think it was like 2 hours, 45 minutes.
That's ridiculous.
And like the review itself was about 45 minutes alone. And I realised no one's going to give a shit about the review. They're really not.
Yeah, and not like that, it would have been just as long as it's a mad world.
Yeah.
Yeah, when the review is longer than the movie you're reviewing, something's a bit off.
But I think, because of all these companies, though, taking the YouTube videos down, though, I think that the film would have just been getting taken down, wouldn't it, with the review?
Yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Now, here's an interesting tidbit here. While I'm walking, the script is on the floor. And I'm reading it as I'm pacing back and forth. Because I don't like memorizing stuff. I'm an improv guy. I like to go off the top of the head. Because I think it's more genuine. But since this was a scripted movie, I had to keep looking as I'm walking back and forth.
That's why you'll notice there are times where I just do like an insane close-up on Bane. It's so you don't see Steve looking down.
And then this was improv. Me grabbing him like that.
That is one of my favourite shots of the whole film. I think that's so good. There's also there's a subtle scream in the background here, if you can hear it, right there, which obviously wasn't an effect. I don't know what they were doing there.
I don't know what it was, but I think it added more to the whole entire scene with the girl screaming in the background. And then obviously you had to put the Shining music.
Oh yes, yeah, that was Steve's suggestion, because I was trying to think of, I think later on I used like Halloween music, and you suggested that for like creepy stuff.
Not Shining from the Jack Nicholson one, the mini-series.
Okay, so this, I'm still like, because this was the first scene I shot. And by the way, this was planned. I was supposed to drop it, but I was not supposed to break it. That just shows how cheap that shit was. So yeah, totally worth the money. So I was actually really nervous filming this, having never done proper acting before. So my Jim Carrey impression, in my opinion, takes a while to get into. And I think this was actually at the point when I didn't realise I was going to play Jim Carrey. I just thought I was still playing the Riddler. And then I said, fuck it.
Was it the Wednesday night or the Thursday you and Howard did this scene?
Oh, this would have been the Thursday, because was that the day you came over?
Yeah. Because me and John came in the morning.
Yeah, basically Craig and Howard spent the night, and then we got up about like 7 or 8 in the morning, and then we filmed these first few scenes with me, Ash and Howard, and then Luke and the others showed up. No, now my hair's long again.
Very consistent.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Here's another interesting tidbit. When you ordered some of the stuff, I ordered some of the stuff that wasn't going to come until after filming, such as the vest. That's why he's wearing the jacket for the most part. And his mask came with a voice changer. Fucking thing never worked.
I actually asked Alex, I was like, do you want me to get you a voice changer? And he said, no, I just want to do the voice myself. And I didn't like this idea. I was like, you need the voice changer. But I love the voice he did, because to me, it sounded like Zoidberg from Futurama at some points. But it's just, I think it's mainly when they're playing Mario Kart. I think that's the one where he sounds like Zoidberg. I think, wait for another jump cut while Steve looks at the script. Right there,
Right here? Okay, I say this line.
This is one of my favourite lines, which I came up with, like, their master plan is to torture people with episodes of the show you're already watching.
We were subject to watch. Cinematic.
By the way,
a Brock Lesnar shirt underneath. But go ahead.
well, like, since I'm assuming in this story this is Bane's place because he came home. I love how I was an Insane Clown Posse fan. In the background.
He's an Insane Clown Posse and Rage Against the Machine fan, and he has a hard-on for Candice Michelle.
And there's a Kurt Cobain poster, isn't there?
Well, that's further in the room. Further near my bed.
What an outfit that is.
Peter Pan.
And that wig. We did originally order... By the way, you can see a reflection in the TV sitting down. There we go, just point everything out. We did originally order the outfit that Uma Thurman wore, but it just didn't fit, so we had to settle for this monstrosity.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
And then, of course, you know, stuff like that was just made up on the spot with the whole cane. Well, I didn't need the cane for anything else, so it doesn't really matter.
I think Ash hated that costume though, didn't she?
Yeah,
though?
she really did. But I wish I had more scenes with Howard, like, 'cause once I got into the character, because I think we had quite a lot of chemistry.
Poison ivy. Oh my god, like, what happened to your face?
Yes.
Violate Texas.
Howard came off very angry in some of these.
Yeah, I did, like, there's a scene where Ash says, I'll help you grab your rocks or whatever, and I originally wrote that Two-Face gets really excited, and he said, well, technically Tommy Lee Jones' character wouldn't have got excited, he'd just be kind of like raise an eyebrow like he's interested. So, like, let everyone have free will to change the character, however. Especially Craig, who just says, fuck the script, and in my opinion saved it when people no-showed.
Howard was meant to be Mr. Freeze, wasn't he, originally?
Yeah. He only had one line, because I didn't think I'd be able to get Howard for this long a time because of his music and everything. So I was surprised we got him for 2 full filming days. We filmed all of Howard's scenes in 2 days. Everyone else had to keep coming back. That's Zoidberg. How is this possible?
This show has some sort of supernatural power.
Now, see, people wondered why I kept smacking my lips, and I think that was the whole joke, was to just constantly smack my lips, and it just went over their heads.
Yeah.
Because the whole idea that everybody who does
Affect people's minds.
a Heath Ledger impression just smacks their lips constantly. But that's why later on in the movie you don't see me doing it.
Fact on its own, change the facts.
I love Alex's face here.
Fact.
I don't even know what I said, to be honest.
The look on your face. The look on your face is like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yes, I made a bunch of words that didn't connect to a sentence.
It makes sense if you don't think about it.
Yeah.
Pretty much. It's like watching Kung Pao in a way.
By the way, I love how Two-Face knows how to use an Xbox. That's what he does in his lair. There's also a continuity error. Ash's gloves vanish here. I'm just going to point out everything. I actually love that shot. I think that looks so good.
Me and John were waiting, weren't we, outside though, because we got there a bit too early, so you were still filming, weren't you? So?
And this is the death of a child.
Now, whose child is this?
That's Batgirl's daughter.
Oh.
And this is Mandy. This was actually shot separately. It was for something else, but I just thought I'd throw it in for comedy value that she doesn't give a shit that she just murdered a child.
Half of us, though, were actually standing outside, weren't we, when she filmed that, though, didn't we? Like, we were waiting at the...
Oh, hey, look, Bane's a fan of Jimi Hendrix and Nine Inch Nails, too.
Yeah. That's why he's so fucked up. He listens to 9 Inch Nails.
Because I want to get these episodes.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Look at Alex's face.
I want to fuck you like an animal. I want to feel you from the inside.
You were in a movie with Shia LaBeouf. That does not
Just the Shia LaBeouf bashing never gets old. Although people kind of like him now because of the whole just do it thing.
Now, I honestly...
This was such a forced way to get Bane and Joker to compete. Just to keep them in the movie. Because otherwise I was like, what are they going to do? So yeah, we need them to fight. Let's make up this lame excuse.
Bane and Joker have to have several ridiculous contests, kind of like a decathlon, just constant contests against one another, and the winner, at the end of it all, the winner...
I still wonder, though, how Bane and Joker got the signal, though, from a DVD.
And they're using a Wii remote, too. Keep going.
I did.
It's like a Wii remote.
I did notice when you were playing the game, like, you've got a Sega Saturn controller and he's got, what was it, PlayStation or something?
PlayStation 3.
Yeah.
And I did that on purpose. I'm like, that would be funny. I just use a Sega controller. Oh my god, the irony. Sega and Nintendo. And PS3, there you go. Another company that broke off a Nintendo.
I like how in the background behind me you can see syrup, which we used for the blood scene just a couple minutes ago. Shh. And that wig was ridiculous because it was so tight, which made it hotter. The spandex, as you guys could see, were incredibly tight. And the mask was actually the opposite, it just kept falling off.
That's not even my thing. Like, the wig on you and the wig on Ashley, it makes you both look like you haven't taken a shower. Your hair's like all over the place, like an afro.
It's not even, look, I can't even see out here, you can't even see my eye.
Wow, Riddler's a fan of Nirvana too.
Oh no, now the poster's gone.
Every single movie they ever watch, they will become just like us. Pretentious, angry,
What are the odds? Riddler and Joker have the exact same plan.
I'll help you grab your axe.
I love how the music just fits so well. Just a coincidence.
Do I really look like a guy with a plan?
Oh, yeah, I like how you say you ain't got a plan, but later on it's kind of your whole premise.
Yes.
So I kind of stole that joke from the Nostalgia Critic, the Joker makeup thing. This is my favourite shot of the film. This looks amazing. This is the last time they will ever be serious.
If I pull that mask off, will you die?
I was so tempted to end this scene on Alex's line because it was so badass and I felt like I owed it to him. So I asked him and he said, no, it's a comedy. Let Steve have the last line. So we went with this.
Want to see a magic trick?
And it's a pen.
Yes. Yeah, no way you're gonna have that end on a serious note if this is supposed to be a comedy.
What the hell does that mean? Oh, for Christ's sake, we get into
And then we get the 3 Batmen about to appear.
Was that over the top?
I can never tell.
You're able to do that. A film like you.
Craig was filming, wasn't he? So that was why me and John were outside, because Craig was filming, wasn't he? All this.
Yeah.
How do we get...
I'm Batman.
I like how it's just, like Steve pointed this out, you can't really tell the difference between Craig and John there. Like, Craig's meant to be Michael Keaton and John's Val Kilmer, and then you just got Luke, who's obvious to tell.
You don't look.
And then Mr. Freeze was just hilarious. I hated this idea. Like, my friend Aaron was supposed to be... Aaron's girlfriend was meant to be the 3rd Batman, but they no-showed. So on the day, Craig said, why don't I play 2 people? And I said, what, like green screen you there twice? And he said, no. We won't even hide it. I like run from one side of the room to the other. We make fun of it. And I hated the idea. I was like, dude, that's stupid. But then we filmed that, and it made me smile a little bit. But then later on, when he fights himself, it was so funny. I was like, you just saved everything.
Yes, old school Mario Kart, playing on a Sega Saturn.
And they're not even playing. That's actually a clip I grabbed from YouTube.
Yes.
This is like just quoting their movie. I love this.
Stash frightens me!
In the sequel, we need to have like someone walks past Bane wearing a mustache, and he's like, "No, get away from me!" See, I love that as well. Don't beat me! Were you looking down at the script there as well?
I honestly don't remember. I don't think I was, because all those lines were pretty easy to remember.
Yeah.
I think I just like stopped for a second just because what he said and the way he said it amazed the fuck out of me. You're charging me to beat me.
Oh, like this asshole. This scene is just to piss off Chris. This is so cold. That's my friend Joey doing the voice. Joey Prevo. And I'll see everyone in hell.
Oh, piss off! I'm busy.
And then it just cuts to this. Like, well, what I love
This
is
is all improv.
yeah, literally every scene from now on with Bane and Joker are made up on the spot. They're completely improvised, other than the scenes with Batman at the end.
It's all part of the plan.
Can Alex really play the guitar?
Yeah, that's him playing. Yeah.
That's him playing the guitar right now.
You need to do a sitcom, Bane and Joker as roommates. It needs to happen.
Oh yes.
Like, it's so random.
Was that from Spinal Tap, that thing, that Thank You Cleveland for like the initial Spinal Tap film?
I don't know.
Probably.
I like it. He can't even get the guitar off. Oh no, he likes the Breakfast Club as well. He has a varied taste.
And he hit into me.
He's gonna have a word with my producer.
Joker has a producer as well. What I like about this film is there's like no breather that I have. Like, there's always. That's so bad. Howard drew that in about 2 minutes on Microsoft Paint, and then I animated the mouth. And what I like is there's no room for a breather. It's just constant laughter.
They're getting too close, and they might figure it out. Create a bogus story and send it to Earth.
This scene was actually originally a lot longer. Like when Jesus asked about free will, Sean was originally had to recite loads of Bible continuity errors, and it's in the bloopers, but it was so difficult to memorize.
Yeah, it was.
And he's also the newsreader.
Speaking of bloopers, the one where we did the Harlem Shake when Alex goes freaking out, and then I start saying the line, "All you need is a little push." When I threw the guitar and he screamed, his scream was legitimate because he thought I broke his guitar.
Playboy billionaire Bruce Wayne.
Did anyone bother to read the text that went across the screen? It was about Timmy Turner's Skittles being returned, so there's no need to panic.
I just read it now.
So this is some YouTubers that are quite popular called the Super Secret Project. Me and Craig and Howard had actually been fans of these guys for a while. They were recognised by Ice Cube and Zach Braff. And I remember like people dropped out, and I was depressed one night, and I was watching their videos, and it's those two plus Darby, who plays the room service lady. And I thought, wouldn't it be funny if we got them? Because I needed two guys and a girl. I needed a Batman and Robin and a room service lady. As a joke, I sent them an email. Never did I expect them to reply. But I was so happy with their work. It just came out so well. And this song I didn't write. They came up with it. I did the green screen work, so they didn't know what was going to be behind them.
This song is so catchy, though. When Rob showed me this video the first time, I had this song in my head for days.
So I had a lot of fun with the green screen. And I love Robin. I don't know why. Just when he's running around and doing his thing, I just want to bring Robin back. He kind of reminded me of Repo Man, the wrestler, from the mid-90s or early 90s. No, just how he runs around. Can you not see Repo Man?
I do see Repo Man. That's why I said, "Oh,
it's brilliant." And then the event, and then what was it, Disneyland or some shit? Yeah.
And the Avengers film had only come out a year anyway when we started filming all.
Yeah.
A lot of very nasty jokes.
Yeah.
Now here's the question. Okay, so they got Maggie Gyllenhaal to replace Katie Holmes. Say Katie Holmes actually stuck with the role of Rachel Dawes. Would the movie have been any better or worse?
Might have been a little better. No, I don't know. But she doesn't make The Dark Knight rise, so.
Well, neither of them make The Dark Knight rise.
You didn't think Katie Holmes was hot?
Well, I lost attractiveness on her when she started dating a Scientologist. Penguin had one little scene where he's running.
There were more, but they got cut out. This is Mandy doing the voice of Harley Quinn. It's Jimmy. And that's me as Spider-Man, just because. Yeah, there's an extended version of this scene where the guy actually throws Uncle Ben's rice at me, and I make fun of Tobey Maguire's crying scene.
Oh yeah, I saw that in the outtake.
Yeah.
Who are all of you?
And then this was originally
Well,
some
back in the plot.
big lipped alligator moment. This was originally a different scene, but obviously it's Rocky Horror, so I had to introduce which character's which. But Craig works at a school, and he wasn't too comfortable with the dildo scenes. This is also the same guy who plays Robin. He wasn't too comfortable with the dildo scenes, so he asked me to take them out. So I removed all of them and didn't tell him. Like, the day the movie goes up, he's texting me to find out what's going on, and I didn't tell him. I just said, just watch it and see, mate. And by the way, that whole... I I'm gonna go make a pointless sequel to an overrated movie was a reference to The Expendables, not Rocky, because Rocky's awesome.
Hey, son.
Oh, come on. What now?
Our plan doesn't seem to be working.
Yes, no one's
Why is Jesus in hell anyway?
Send some
I don't know.
Yes.
I love how God's minions are the most pathetic wiggers ever. I mean, well, chavs, but this was more or less improvised by me and Craig. We followed the script a little. This was the most fun scene I have ever shot in my life. This is
what I can't get over is your two chavs. You're wearing hats, and specifically Craig is wearing a Ring of Honor hat.
I don't have that many caps, alright? So
I'm just saying, it looks like you've got an M&M hat.
Yeah.
He's wearing a freaking Ring of Honor hat.
When he's not mugging people, he likes to go see a wrestling show, alright?
But that's my point. Does anybody of your audience know what an ROH is?
Well, they do now. Ring of Honor is a very good independent wrestling company. There we go, we just promoted them.
In that case, if Ring of Honor starts getting popular, you deserve some royalties or dividend checks.
By the way, that's one of the harshest lines. What the fuck is up with your face, yeah?
You know the bit when me, John and Craig were hitting each other?
Yeah.
John completely breaks character, doesn't he, after that he starts, like, hitting, doesn't he, like, trying to...
Yeah. I love how... Right. We just make everything else brilliant. Craig is now playing 3 people in one room.
I can safely say these are the most uneducated people that I've ever had the misfortune of communicating with.
I concur.
I love those glasses as well. They were Howard's glasses. I was well happy that he brought them.
Wow, now even I feel dumber. Which one of you want to get
Now, why did these two not get subtitles?
I originally actually dropped the N-word, but it was not too long. When the movie was about to be released, the Hulk Hogan stuff had just been public, so I was like, I'll cut this out.
Probably a wise idea.
Yeah, and this death scene, after Ash has one line after she kisses me, and then after that, it's all done in one take. We did it in one take, somehow, without laughing. And I was so happy with this. I really want, like, in the sequel, I kind of want Whitey to come back, and then they have, like, this emotional reunion in Chap Talk. The hats give him his power.
So let me get this straight. A chap dies because he just so happened to do the gayest thing in the world, and that's make out with a girl.
Yeah, well, chaps can't get girlfriends. Originally, it was going to be because she's Poison Ivy, but then as I was writing more, I realised, oh no, she's not really Poison Ivy. So, by the way, those are swimming goggles. So I threw in the explanation that he was so shocked he actually got a kiss from a girl. Yes, he's 14 years old, and it gave him a heart attack. And this is very emotional for me. This is like my longest running character.
But we knew, like, from the beginning of Series 2 that Whitey was going to be killed off, so we were all expecting this.
Yeah, but like later on, when I'm in the flat, like reading like the last few scenes, Whitey's body has vanished. So is he dead? Oh, we don't know. Now, I'll say right now in the commentary, I think he will return, because I killed him off because I didn't find him funny anymore. And then we filmed that, and I was like, God damn it, he's hilarious. And I just threw these in because I wanted to see more of Krauser. And then this is Eva, who I met. I put up an ad for actors. She's from Latvia, so she has no idea about chavs, but I did not know that. So all I said to her was, jump in shot, say your line, Craig will do the rest. So all of her confused looks are because she genuinely has no idea what the fuck is going on. At one point, she looks at me behind the camera for help. She's completely clueless. And Craig apologised afterwards for confusing her. But it makes it funnier.
This was August, wasn't it, when you guys filmed? Because I remember, because we went off to the shop while you were filming.
Oh god, the scene.
Oh yes. This was originally a lot longer, but I cut it down. But oh my god, it was. I remember when the footage was converting and sending my way. Steve said, "You're gonna love the pillow fight," and I was like, "Oh god!" Can they completely wreck the room? Chairs are too quick.
I think this scene when he actually knocks me out, he actually hit me so hard that I was like, fuck this, I'm done. So I just pretended to look like I was knocked out.
I feel like they should have had like a thumb rustle, just like
Yeah,
really...
there it is. That's the hit. He hit me so hard, I'm just like, fuck this, I'm done.
So Steve, what was it like having Alex in your bed?
It was so gay.
Pounding you as well, pounding you as you laid there.
Again, I felt like I was smothered.
Anyway.
Maybe we should turn this into a Brokeback Mountain movie. Alright, there's me again.
That was Alex who put the Iron Bane thing, which was like, so he recorded that separately. I was like, this is Halloween music, by the way. So Alex, like, Bane was so excited to be Bane, he actually stopped, take the time to write that. Just imagine, like, Alex in public with chalk writing that and then filming on a phone.
That's my backyard, by the way.
And poor Wonder Woman. I was going to dub him because some of the audio's hard to hear, but when Craig came over to dub, we realised Krazza is fucking impossible to dub. Because even Craig couldn't understand what he was saying sometimes.
It's a nice Dutch angle you got going on here. It's a very artistic choice.
Oh, Joseph! This is one of the favourite roles of mine, just because I love playing the alcoholic stepdad whilst wearing a Chris Benoit shirt.
Yeah, I didn't know he was a Chris Benoit fan.
Yeah.
And not for his wrestling.
This is actually, I thought Ash did really well here, especially with the awful British accent, but I think it worked really well. Some people didn't get the purpose of this scene because it goes on a bit and nothing seems to happen, but I wanted this Nigma character to discover that there was another Riddler around, a less serious, much more attractive Riddler.
Much more attractive? You know, you were sinking me into your thing until you said that. I'm sorry, that's a little debatable.
I remember I showed Ash this scene, and her words were, "Wow, Steve's a slob," because your room was so messy. I said, no, he did that on purpose. And then, like, when I explained that to Craig, because Craig watched it, and then I told him that story, and he goes, oh shit. See, I was thinking it, but I didn't want to say it.
Yeah, no, I purposely made this room a wreck and just put everything in place just so that it looks like as if Bane and Joker just destroyed the whole entire room.
But they kept the posters on the wall.
They kept the posters on the wall.
There's Trish Stratus.
There's Trish Stratus. Yes, the whole room is a wreck for a reason.
And then I love Craig's face here. He's just like, what the fuck? Literally, I had nothing planned. I was just doing Jim Carrey faces. Are those action figures at the top right as well?
Yeah, and they're actually worth a lot of money. I went online to search for some, and one of my figures, I think it's a Macho Man figure, that's worth about $300 to $400.
Jesus.
Oh, wow.
Yes. If I sell it now, I would make $400 easy, but I'm going to wait until it gets more valuable, or the market just dies, and then I'm fucked.
Right, so this is Bren, he's actually a filmmaker. He has his own show called Trenchcoat Anti-Critic. He was in the Avatar review. He shot me. Oh, no, that's just a casual sentence.
Truman Show.
Yes, I needed these characters to find out who they were, and I was like, you know what, there's no better way than to spoof the Truman Show, and I think this is actually my second favourite scene. My first is later on, but Bren did such a good job here. This was so good.
The funny thing is, Brendan here comes off really good in his role, but knowing Brendan personally, he's like that type that you wonder if he's such a hit at the parties.
Yeah, he does take a lot of things seriously.
But here, it's like he lets loose.
Yeah, some of these lines are actually ad-libbed from him, and I kept them in. Which I'll point out when we get there. But yeah, this is the exact music from the Truman Show as well. Some jokes went over people's head, like there's one point when the Riddler says, oh, there's something very familiar about this. It took Craig about 3 viewings before he got that joke. I'll dumb it down. Jim Carrey was in the Truman Show.
What? You know what? You just gave me a freaking great idea. You need somebody who needs to be Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan, and you could do the What Is Love Night at the Roxbury type of parody.
The scene in the Truman Show I like is it's just when he's with the woman pretending to be his wife, and he just goes out of nowhere. He's like, "What does all this mean? What is this supposed to mean about anything?" And like,
Yeah.
So what happens?
it's just the acting's so good with that.
The amount of rage and hatred that movie caused.
The reason for everyone becoming Batman characters seems to change, because first God gives a reason, then Super Secret Project give a different reason, and then Bren kind of changes it. It's just go with it.
Yeah, but see, that's why in the beginning you had God have to, like, literally point out the fact, yeah, there's continuity errors, so just go with that.
We're just characters. Was nothing real?
Pretty much the theme of the movie. Just go with it.
Yeah, one of his earlier lines is where, like, I created a Batman franchise that gives hope and joy and inspiration to millions, and then there's a pause, and then he says, and then you'll give me money. That was an ad-lib. And I think there's another one coming up.
I noticed though with this bit there that the outtake of where Two-Face shoots Craig's was took out, but it was still in the outtake.
Yeah, it's in the deleted scenes. This joke was actually done. Me and Ash are split up now. This joke was before we split up. It's just irony.
Yeah, and not only that, I just noticed this. You cut out the scene where Two-Face actually knocks out Poison Ivy.
Yeah, that was because the dildo was referenced, so I kind of had to.
I see.
Howard points the gun at me a lot in this film.
Yeah.
The same lies, the same pain. But in my world,
I love the voice. I don't know what other things.
maybe getting your ass handed to you by Batman every second week, but I know you.
Oh, here's another ad lib where he says, "Except you.
Except you.
I don't know you at all, and you're fucked up." That was an ad lib, so I just threw in Reginald just to throw in an extra character.
Well, I resent that.
You're afraid. That's why you can't reach.
Where did you learn that voice for Reginald? Which character is he based on it?
I stole it from Jim Varney, actually. I stole that voice from one of his Ernest voices from Ernest Goes to Jail. There's a part where he dresses up like a woman and tries to escape, and he does this weird voice, kind of like Reginald. I kind of expanded on it.
Say something. Say something.
And this is also where I'm playing one of the Batmen, because John, who played Val Kilmer, couldn't return, so I'm now playing Riddler and Batman. And then when we go outside, it's John again. And then it's back to me. Oh shit, God's pissed.
Jesus is gonna get a spanking.
Jesus!
Oh, here's where she looks at me for help. Like, right there. She's so confused.
How do you tell her just go with it
There's
without
always-
saying anything?
There's also a scene, like, deleted, where after this, he walks off and he finds Harley Quinn. And he has an argument with an animated character. This scene was added later, just because Ben Affleck was announced to play Batman. Bren was... He actually said it doesn't make sense because, one, at the time Bob Kane died in '98, Ben Affleck was quite a respected actor, and two, if people enjoy Ben Affleck's performance, it kind of falls flat. But I felt like the joke worked either way because when he was announced, everyone hated it. And as for the timeline, who cares? Bob Kane fucking woke up dead and he has a cell phone and with the Batman theme song as a ringtone.
That's why I said he must be a good hit at the parties. That's why he's looking too much into it.
Yeah. All of that was ad-libbed by him. I didn't write any of that. I just said, make up this script, and then...
Joey does look a bit like Ben Affleck, so you did good casting really to cast.
Yeah, I told him that. I said he looks like a young Ben Affleck.
Yes, I was just informed that you're back, so I decided to give you a call.
But yeah, the trailers, Ben Affleck actually looks quite good, so I kind of... I don't take back this joke, because it is still really funny, but...
Well, I think at this time people were expecting that Ben Affleck wasn't going to be a good Batman, but I'm definitely going to see Batman Superman though when it comes out in March though.
Mr. Kane? Hey, Dad.
So, you decided to disobey my orders, huh?
He looks so pissed.
Too far?
Like, what happened in God's former life or any part of his life that made him so angry?
You felt bad and you
Well, when you've got movies made about you, like The Life of Brian or The Invention of Lying...
I think the overabundance of atheists must get him angry.
This was Liam, who I work with, had no previous acting. I actually thought he had such a strong on-camera presence, especially with his first line to Two-Face. Right.
Yeah, I was
Right
really
here.
impressed with Liam's acting there as
Right
well.
here, yeah. I just think he knows that. What's happened to your face? I didn't expect him to agree to this. I was just said, "Hey, we haven't got an Alfred yet. Liam, do you want to be Alfred?" He was like, "Yeah, I can do that."
Yeah, he seems like a guy that's willing to do anything.
He had so much fun with it. It was brilliant.
And he was pretty good.
We were right though to cast him as Alfred though. He plays it brilliantly.
We didn't do that.
Yeah, that's clearly... I was trying to make our own bat signal, but it just didn't come out well. That's Commissioner Gordon with no outfit whatsoever.
Yes.
Not even a moustache.
He looks so much like Gary Oldman.
That's Morgan Freeman, you know, because he's black.
Yes. Let's press the issue that Morgan Freeman is black. And the way he talks, I mean, it's like, come on. He sounds... Yeah.
I could have done blackface, but then everyone would yell at me.
Yeah, you would have been a Roddy Piper.
I love Craig's dancing. That's so brilliant. all the Wonder Woman scenes were completely pointless. I just wanted to see more of Kraza. Proper well gay. His best mate has just been killed. What's his reaction? Proper well gay. Their first time meeting.
This was originally supposed to be like a poker scene.
Yeah. What's that next to Bane? That pink thing? Is that
Oh, it's an Arizona drink.
Ah, okay.
Because they're very cheap. They're $1 a piece. I don't know how much that is in British money.
Hmm. Nor do I. Insane.
Remember it!
There was a lot of material for this scene. I had so much fun cutting back and forth between the two shots. Like, especially this one. I love this ad-libbing. I love Alex's reaction to psychiatrist. What? So yeah, the only thing really scripted for this were their speeches, which Alex was reading, I'm guessing.
Yes, he was.
And Steve has Heath Ledger like memorized.
Oh yeah, I had that whole scene memorized.
Yeah, you and Alex had really good like chemistry though in this film.
I think it was this scene that made people just blow their minds on how good your Heath Ledger impression was.
But who are these people? I've only seen Jasmine say anything.
Well, I've shown it to a few friends, like Maxine loved it as well, and Mandy.
Ah.
Girlfriend Mandy, not other Mandy.
Well, the only reason, because I was Joker for Halloween around the time that we came up with the idea. And I went to a party with a bunch of drunks as Joker. And they couldn't tell if I was Heath Ledger or not since they were so hammered. But it was like I was a hit at the party. And I refused to break character. Like, some of them wanted to know who I really was, and I just refused to let them know who I was.
Yeah. I specifically told everyone, like, if you fuck up a scene, just stay in character and keep going, and then you might get some great material. Unfortunately, when Riddler broke the cane, immediately Howard burst out laughing and broke character. And, like, I thought we could have come up with some funny stuff. But me and Craig are just so good working together because we always stay in character. I love this bit. Are you done? That was original. I think that was between. They were like having an argument. It wasn't even this specific speech. They were just having an argument, and then Bane just sits there. Are you done? I just thought it would fit better there.
It's so cool though that we managed to get all like the Batman villains though from all like the three recent Batman films before the.
Yeah. Yes, kids. Bane has children.
Yes, and they all wear masks too.
Yes. And they all live in the shadows.
I was meant to fuck that up, but of course I had to succeed. The Shawn Michaels kip up. I wanted to screw that up.
It's Talia, their mother.
Yes, is Talia the mother of Bane's children?
Could be Talia, could be Roz, I don't know. Could be Shia LaBeouf, I don't care.
And here's Danny, Batgirl. Direct the day. Danny was always Batgirl, so I think I actually gave her the option of all the female roles, like other than obviously Poison Ivy.
You saw me corpsing just then, like I think I was about to burst out laughing.
Yeah. No, I gave Ash all the female roles, like to choose from, and she eventually chose Poison Ivy, and then Danny could choose either Batgirl or Catwoman. But I think she did so well. She kind of had like this sassy attitude towards it. And this whole speech is actually a parody of a Buffy the Vampire Slayer scene. Just because. And then this was originally when we decided to say, this is actually a scene where we decided to say fuck continuity, and so we changed costumes with each other every shot.
Yes, but what kind? It's fairly simple. Batman is Bruce Wayne. Bruce Wayne is Batman. It's all very simple. You never see the two of them in the same room together, do you?
I was so tired though when we did all the film because I hadn't got much sleep there the night before.
Yeah, we were filming early as well.
That's why I just look a bit bored. I'm not bored, but I just felt really tired.
Sharing the same body. It's like a Woody parody. Surely you know that.
And then right here you can see the script and Liam's glasses. So instead of like refilming or trying to edit around it, I decided to film something else and make it even more obvious. It's so fucking patronising. As soon as I told
right here,
I told Alex that I was doing this, and he just couldn't stop laughing. He thought it was so brilliant.
No, when I saw this in the film, I burst out laughing when I saw the film with that scene.
What the?
Luke's trying not to laugh. And then when Luke's wearing the wig, there was actually a blooper eye crack. I think Howard actually took a group picture when Luke's got the wig on.
Ash looks like she's got like a weird red and black mullet there, don't she?
Here it is. There's Luke with the wig, which is so bizarre. And Craig's got some cap on.
Oh, you're eating your crisps, whatever you call them.
They're Pringles.
And Ash has got my Batman mask on, hasn't she, as well, isn't
Yeah.
Damn, I'm getting hungry.
Why are you such a violent being, God?
Yeah.
Have you seen what humanity has done the last 2,000 years?
Is it because we make movies
That would
making...
drive anyone up the wall, man.
Is it because people make movies like this making fun of you?
That too.
And Life of Brian, An Invention of Lying, and...
You know what? I just came up with a great idea. If you ever come and get a sequel and God's in it, he needs to wear a Cartman shirt that says "Respect my authority." That would be awesome.
In your later scenes, Sean, aren't you wearing a Lamb of God shirt?
Probably.
There was actually...
That best is a nightmare.
There was more to this scene, but they didn't get a chance to sing it, to do it. I asked Alex to... I asked him to get so angry, he literally grabs the subtitles and beats Joker over the head with them.
Dude, that vest, trying to get it on him, I had to help trying to... Because there's like so many technicalities to that vest that he had. And oh my god, that thing was falling apart. So we just decided, screw it, get rid of that, put on the freaking jacket again.
I love this. This is my favourite Joker line. It's out of your voice! The look of disgust on your face. And then all this... Yeah, he didn't know what I was going to put. These are all running jokes, so they say, I ruined Cinematic Venom, the dildo was my idea, and I fantasize about the Riddler. I like how he still thinks that was so good. Beat that! So this next voiceover is actually from a World Rap Championship finalist, Jay's Juice, me and Steve have watched for a few years. I was quite impressed he agreed to it.
I'm impressed that his voice didn't sound like Jay's Juice.
Yeah, he does sound wicked different. But this
Jay's Juice, let me tell you something. Jay's Juice is a New York Italian. So you can just imagine what his voice is supposed to sound like. And he comes off not even close to that. I can't even describe it.
And then he actually did do a second take with a more snobbish voice. I don't know if I still have the recording somewhere.
But we needed some conflict, so
I remember Craig actually takes his mask off and goes to the other side because he's technically a villain and a hero.
One goal of epic proportions.
Poor Luke gets like the worst abuse in all these fight scenes. Like he gets the first punch. Howard's face actually falls off here. He like spears John and his mask falls off right there.
Nah, but I had fun doing this. This was a good laugh though doing this even like.
Yeah, all I said to Liam was pretend we're all fighting to the death, and he just laughed like that. Danny's corpsing here. No.
My fighting was quite bad or like pretend fight because I kept thinking like Howard was gonna hit me, so like that was why I was quite.
That was a last minute addition, more Harley. I was also gonna have Spider-Man watching, and then someone like walks past and punches him, but didn't get enough time.
Yeah, you can see me blocking because I kept thinking I was gonna legit get hit by Howard. I think it's more funny Liam laughing though, like it's like he's really enjoying all like.
I don't know what
he's doing.
I don't know. He was fighting Luke, and then he just decided to run away. I don't know what's funnier here: the fact that I stamp on Craig's foot, or the fact that he sells it.
I'm gonna apologise to people on the forehand for the scene that comes literally in a minute there.
This sissy fight. Yeah, my goal here was to show really dramatic close-ups and then back up, so that's where it's like, oh wait, Luke's ass! The star of the movie!
I apologise, Lee.
That was God's evil plan.
And here I am dancing to Poker Face.
I remember going to Steve and I said, you should parody the scene in the Michael Keaton Batman where Joker like prances about the museum with a boom box to Prince. And then Steve was like, what about Lady Gaga? Joker face. And I was like, oh yes, do that. And this just came out so good.
Yes, I'm doing the friggin' Cotton Eye Joe dance. When I first tried to record the song, I'm playing it on my phone. But for some reason, the thing stopped.
Yeah, there's a blooper. There's a great blooper of that.
But I think it would have been just as cool as seeing Steve dance to Prince, though.
I kind of wanted an updated version, so this works. Why are you so damn serious? That's brilliant. A lot of childish Bane gets. Just stop it right now.
Yes, he is so amazed that his performance is getting outbeat by a stupid skinny Pollock trying to dress up as Joker.
These are genius lyrics, Steve. How did you come up with these? Ha ha ho he ha.
I guess the powers of John Lennon, Jimi Hendrix, and Brian Jones just.
I love how Bane is this massive terrorist killer, and then he just resorts to such childish behaviour during this. Like when you race, and the only way he can beat you is to shove you into a wall.
Yes.
Not giving anything away, but the sequel we have planned, Bane and Joker get even more childish and even more immature.
Kill me. I killed Bill.
These are just references to all their films. So Kill Bill with Uma Thurman. This is Men in Black.
What does that even mean?
And this is the soundtrack's actually from Buffy, which worked really well. That's my voice to John's face.
Because I choose to be.
Yeah, I know I can.
Because we couldn't get John back to dub. This is the scene that Craig just saved, because I hated this idea until he filmed this. That's actually a lot harder than it looks, because when I had to play two people, there's a deleted scene where I have to do it, and it's a lot harder to keep taking your mask on and off. And this was Alex wrote in this. I don't know what. I don't care, I'm punching you in the face! If you watch the background, I don't know what Craig and John are doing.
Really?
Hold on, it'll cut to Danny and then Ash. Look, what are they doing in the background? They get...
They're trying to find themselves. They're like, what am I doing here?
It's a bit like the Royal Rumble match where the wrestlers pause trying to work out what they're going to do next.
Let's see if I can do better.
So that was Pulp Fiction.
Don't you hate uncomfortable silences?
Oh, will you just shut up?
And then obviously Batgirl.
Chicks like you give women
All Batgirl's lines are just from Batman and Robin. Poor. We don't even see Luke get knocked down. He's just.
He's just passed out.
This.
That line I'm singing, I got that from Family Guy.
This was Alex's idea. He's just said every time I get punched, I should turn into a different Jim Carrey character. So it's Guess the Carrey film. There's Batman Forever in there, a bunch of The Mask, Truman Show, Me, Myself, and Irene.
Why no Fire Marshal Bill?
I'm sorry.
That is... I could have just imagined you get punched and you go, let me say it.
I'm also gutted that my friend pointed out, I'm Jim Carrey in a movie with God, and at one point I didn't shout, "Smite me, almighty smiter!" Missed opportunity.
Oh, great punches here. It's almost like he's making contact.
Would you like a bruise? Does it come in black?
I love this next punch because it looks so real from Howard.
Show me how to punch a guy. Well, it's dead simple.
Damn, you are thin. You're as thin as me.
Yeah, right there. That looks. And then this headbutt is real. I said to jump and headbutt me. He actually headbutts me. This is totally legit. It fucking hurt, but it was so worth it. Howard's got this grudge for Adam West. Like, damn, dude.
Fortune smiles. Another day of wine and roses. Or in your case, burgers and gay.
Luke, why do you watch so much gay porn
I don't...
as you eat your burgers?
Two-Face just thinks I do.
And this is a SpongeBob reference with when everybody's Squidward.
He's Batman. He's Batman. He's Batman. Is there anybody else I should...
Not many people could say they made a Batman movie with a SpongeBob reference.
I'm out of here.
And that took me forever, by the way. I had to chase my son around a field getting him to say that, and eventually the audio is dubbed. So, did Alex know that you were going to do this stretch thing beforehand?
No, he did not. He did not. I did it off the cuff.
I love Alex's face when you do the second one, because he takes it so seriously. So, I love that noise you do. It's like a... But Alex sounds like he's shit his pants. Like, what? Hold on.
It's funny that you mentioned, they both mentioned like they're each of us like
I don't even know
looking
why I
for...
said that.
Right, here it is. Watch Alex's face. Like the battle of his life. And then when you say his girlfriend's name, he looks like he shit himself.
Yeah, I found that cool, like that, like Bane mentions Harley and Joker mentions Talia.
There was a third one where they go again, and then at the same time they both say, "Look, Harley, look, Talia," and then it's implied that Talia and Harley are making out, and they're just watching like, "Oh wow!" But I didn't think the joke got across. This is my favourite line of the whole movie. Gotham is in Florida?
I was so amazed. I didn't know what to say when he said that.
So that bit wasn't planned?
No, that wasn't.
I even tried convincing Alex to do a few extra shots of him running around in public in this outfit to put after this race. He said he would do it, he just didn't get enough time.
Yeah.
This epic race, and how does big old Bane win?
Was Alex hot there in the jumper with that? Was the temperature hot that day? You with you?
No time for this. It's double time.
Oh, this,
Was the temperature? Oh, sorry.
this is actually my favourite scene. I love this so much. Like, in Craig's head, this is the most important fight of his life. To everyone else, it's just a guy fighting himself.
I'm kicking my ass! You mind?
Is that the best I got?
And this wasn't planned, so that's genuinely everyone's reaction.
Show Ryugen!
No Hashdukins were brought out that day.
I remember when we got to the premiere of this, and Steve's reaction was, "What the fuck is this, Forrest Gump?" It could have been. So this is Chris.
Like a box of chocolate.
This is Chris, who has his own show called Oh the Horror.
It's alright. I know what you think.
I wanted to fit in. There's a deleted scene where even George Clooney makes a cameo that was cut out. But I wanted every adaptation of Batman in this, so we had to throw in Robert Lowry. And in reference to Lewis Wilson, who came before him.
I don't know who you are.
It's alright. I'd be starstruck too if I was in the presence of the original Batman.
Adam West was the original Batman.
Oh, I'm so sick of people calling that Adam West.
He wanted to redo this because his head was cut off, and I was like, no, this is perfect.
Adam West was shitting on the party. I'm so sick of people saying Adam West was the original.
Craig actually said this scene made him laugh harder than any other, and it's got a fucking Pokemon reference in it.
Yes.
Well, actually, the first on-screen interpretation of Batman was portrayed by Lewis.
It was just, I mean, it is pointless, but it's just too funny to not use.
There was an idea one time, because I think it was someone else that played Robert Larry, where he was going to be my version of Adam West, but they were going to...
Yeah.
The eye poke of doom.
Alright, so this is Batgirl's son. So yeah, both of her children die in the same movie. That's actually my costume. We assumed it would just fall to his feet, but it kind of worked, so we just used it. I wanted to tease the cliche ending of, come on, let's all get along.
I should know because I've made a movie career out of stuff in it. We all need to learn to get along. Together we can
The
make
kid
life
is making more sense than all of the adults. just keep that in mind.
Such is life.
Yes.
You can see Batgirl's handbag in the background.
The kid is more of a philosopher than we are.
And how do we solve this? By beating the shit out of him. This is just... And I find everyone said I had to include the whole kapow, blam stuff.
Kid did a good job of sounding like he was dying.
Now let's go back to kicking.
That's another great line.
For the record, we do not condone violence against children.
We just...
But we do find it hilarious.
But I think we didn't know that it was going to be a kid though playing Batman. We were just told, oh, you just got to pretend you're beating Superman. Or sorry, that kid played Superman.
Now the world is about to explode.
In case you're in a
Oh, I love this so much.
it appears the entire world is coming to an end.
You're very calm about this, Sean.
Do not panic.
Well, then again, being God, you've witnessed many apocalypse.
Oh, yes.
Apocalypses, apocalypti. Originally, it was just the generic, are we clear? And then he freaks out. And I was like, that's too predictable. It's been overdone. Sean, that's...
Sure, did you shake the camera in that, or was that an edit?
Nope, that's an edit.
Sean actually filmed extra bits, which are in the deleted scenes, where like the news really gets up. I survived the apocalypse, and then like he's like, I bet you thought I was going to die straight away. No, not that predictable. And then he like sits down to watch TV, and then the movie keeps getting back to him, and then eventually he dies in the closing credits. And all of that got cut. You're welcome, Sean.
You also caught me overselling my overdose.
No, seriously, it's not.
Oh yes, I forgot about that.
Which is, you should be ashamed.
Sean also at the end he says save me Jesus, save me Tom Cruise, and he says save me Santa Christ. But I cut it out just because nostalgia critic joke.
Please save me! Save me! Help me! Help me, Jesus! Help me, Tom Cruise!
Bane wins races without wearing shoes. Alex's argument was Bane ran so fast his shoes disintegrated.
And here's the thing. Here it comes. I went to choke him, and he oversells it. So I just let go. Like, okay, it's not that serious. And here I am.
Yeah, Steve actually struggles a bit longer and says, medic!
Why'd you cut that out?
I don't know!
You're an asshole! I don't remember this, but if you remember over me, damn it!
Did Alex go under the bed there when he was doing this?
Who's behind this?
Oh, I love this bit as well. Product placement for Foster's beer.
Yeah, when in the next 2 million years.
Well, maybe quicker if he was actually in life.
I love the Joseph Mary jokes.
Where's Jesus?
Oh, God is
probably in the same place he's been for the entire movie.
So this scene, yeah, as you can see there, the camera operator messed up and didn't get the kiss, so I was going to refilm it, but then Danny suggested, by the way, Ash's wig vanishes right now, yeah, Danny suggested just filming the guy's reactions. So this bit here, the direction I gave Craig and Luke was the scene in Anger Management where Jack Nicholson gives Adam Sandler like the pickup line, and then Adam Sandler looks behind him to see his reaction, and Jack Nicholson's got his eyebrows to the fucking ceiling. So I think God should have been like masturbating to that and like it would have been just so messed up and funny.
No pun intended, but Jesus Christ.
There's also a scene where, like, after Krasser argues with Wonder Woman, he also walks past, sees this kiss, and he goes, "Oh, that was proper well gay, mate," and then like collapses.
And he's wearing a Daniel Bryan shirt.
Yes.
Show the kiss, you assholes.
Hello? We're filming a scene over here.
Oh, sorry. And action.
That's a really great character.
Wow, that was a nice image.
Us breaking the fourth wall? Nah. This was originally Michael Bay walking his pet explosion, but Dynamite just seemed easier to animate. I did the animation, can you tell? And then all these cameos. Yeah, I'll kill a dog and my own son. And Robert Lowry. You can't really see it, the sign says no fouling. I thought that would have been funny.
Extra spicy.
And then this is my favourite one.
Could have at least let him have a bite.
There also was a deleted scene where like someone walks past, looks around, it's all completely silent, and then he just says, "Marvel Comics," and then explodes. And now there's two Robs, oh no! It didn't get clear, but the shit on the screen was meant to be smoke. Some people just thought I fucked up.
I like cheeseburgers. So do I.
Okay.
Since when did I become Peter fucking Pan? I am poison ivy.
What's that? Paid for me to get that shit done to my face. I was horribly disfigured and burned. Of course you were.
You can actually see in the background, Danny is walking her daughter away. All the shit I'll point out. Of course he ad-libbed this, I just said, say whatever. Insult his mask.
I think Luke looks like Batman.
I look like... Wait, who the hell am I supposed to look like?
Love the music. I need to bring back Mr. Freeze, he's just too funny. You're welcome for the imagery.
Ask you a question?
It's like you're telling your ass to open wide.
Anybody gonna explain why there's two of us?
It's the Cinematic Venom Season 2 finale.
The Expendables were equal.
And then someone randomly playing some sport in the background. I think they're playing cricket.
I wonder what they must have been thinking it with us all in the costumes.
We did have an audience one time when like Craig's in a deleted scene. Me and Craig are fighting each other. There's kids watching us film.
Now where is he? I wish I knew. Are you telling me the man in your condition, unable to tell me the whereabouts of the Batman is...
Did we mention he's Morgan Freeman because he's black?
I'm afraid so. And I don't like that.
Just dead silent.
There are no words.
Oh, what I love about this, watch Craig's face with the explanation about the gun. Right behind me.
This whole entire time and he didn't even use it?
I like to build suspense.
It's just nods in agreement. Oh, yeah.
Makes sense.
This line took forever.
Oh,
Yeah, I kept messing that up. I did.
This is the best cut in the whole film. Wait for it. No, everyone's vanished. It's like I could only get Luke there on that day.
I had to come so early on the train for just to do this scene that day.
Here I am again, just walking randomly.
Oh, a back signal, even though it's daylight.
Just when me and you did that, that was just me, you and Ash, wasn't there? We were the only three there, weren't we?
Yeah. And
Oh god.
The purpleness is added just to match the lighting for Super Secret Project. What am I dancing with this for?
That's ad-libbed, by the way. Because, like, Alex had lost his mind. More than usual.
Poor Robin.
And he really pushes me. Keep in mind.
Steve, how much do you weigh? Do you weigh the same as me?
I'm a $125.
Okay, about the same as me, yeah.
Yes. That's what happens when you're gifted with a fast metabolism. You eat a lot, but gain no weight.
How much does Alex weigh? Because he looks a lot bigger.
He's about 170, 180.
Okay.
Put it this way, he weighs more than me. So when he pushes me, it's super effective.
Yeah. I love it there, like with the fists. That's brilliant.
If you don't leave, I'll show him that Brokeback movie you were in.
What?
Does anybody know where the drugstore is?
Just eat it.
Yes, we're overplaying the idea that Heath Ledger had an overdose.
Yeah, just in case you guys forgot.
Now that's super offensive.
But I do not take credit in the overdose scene at the end because that was another writer's idea, who I will not name.
I refuse to take credit.
This is the least impressive Batmobile. That's a Ford Focus. but Danny thinks it's the greatest car in the world. I'm like, hour and a half of saying I'm Bane. You are not Bane. I beg your pardon.
And you are under the impression that you are Bane. Some explosions recently took out Arkham Asylum and allowed all the convicts to escape. They have wreaked havoc in the world and everybody is now in danger. And instead
Why were Bane and Joker even dancing? Was that a competition?
I guess a dancing competition. I just know he just grabbed me and asked, "Are you ready?" And I was just like, "No." I didn't know what he was gonna do.
There's actually a blooper here where I say Luke Wilson instead of Lewis Wilson. Luke Wilson as Batman.
Yes.
We were not supposed to chase after the car, so that's why there's a cut, because Howard stopped recording. And we actually woke neighbours up doing this. And
how early was this?
Oh, this was on a Saturday as well, maybe 10 a.m., 9, 10 a.m.
Jesus.
The neighbours were not happy. They were like, one lad just tried to interrupt the thing in protest, didn't he?
Yeah, there's someone actually ran through the field like in their underwear to try to fuck up filming. When we're chasing after the car and I yell Rachel, Howard burst out laughing, so I had to cut immediately.
Justice.
Bane likes to drink Coca-Cola. And wherever that drink is behind it.
Why did you make that movie with Shia LaBeouf?
We're also hammering the Shia LaBeouf shit.
This isn't about him. This is about
Oh, this came out so good.
I've come here to talk to you today. Rachel.
That took a while to get it perfect. And then this was actually edited in by me. Like, Christian behind the camera said, "Say something funny, Billy," and all Billy came out with was, "Suck a fuck." And I just thought it'd be funnier if it's, "I'm Bane."
What the hell?
That's meant to be Arthur's brother, but the character never took off.
I'm Chandler Canterbury.
But who cares, because it's Chandler Canterbury.
That gong is so cool.
Right, she was actually driving incredibly slow. But who cares?
She one of those wimpy drivers.
She just wanted to make sure the footage came out well, so I just sped it up. I can't remember whose idea this was. This wasn't mine. Just like the fact that none of them could understand each other. I'm quite disappointed we didn't do the whole I'm Bane, I'm Batman, I'm Bane, but we didn't know that Alex was gonna do this whole I'm Bane thing. And the whole like Billy reacting to Alex's ramble, obviously he didn't know what he was gonna do, so that just panned out. I got lucky there.
Yeah, Danny had to do the film because she had to. At this time, the character was driving around, wasn't she?
Yeah. There we go, Sean, just for you.
Okay.
Even the lie music, and you can see the tripod. Who cares? When I slip over in a minute, that's legit. It was a rainy day, and the grass was wet as hell. Right here.
That was about like 7 o'clock in the morning, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then that was me. I wanted Jingle All the Way's cookie line there. You can't do an Arnold film without that. You can see the reflection of me. When I told Alex this scene, and I said, basically, Doris, Arthur's wife, is going to be crossing the street, and Batgirl runs her over. He was on camera. He couldn't stop laughing for ages. He said he laughed so hard it hurt. It looked so good. So many people die in this.
Yes, a comedy film with all death.
Internet reviewing show. You and your friend Rob review movies, and 9 times out of 10 you bitch about them. Well, before you became a Howard whipped bitch.
They actually didn't understand the Howard whipped bitch thing. They were so confused in filming. So if they're listening to this, Howard chose the movies I review, which wasn't always shit ones. That I just recorded one day. I thought it would add to it, me just walking.
The last review you did was an action movie entitled The Expendables, starring Mr. Freeze. The explosions caused the radiation.
I love Alex's face, like taking all this information in. It looks so good. Steve was actually behind the camera reading the lines, so he still had something to act off of.
Yes, because
I'm Batman.
All agreed. We've got to destroy Rob.
Yeah, this Catwoman thing, I didn't even know what it meant. People are like, what? Because I think I changed the ending, so Catwoman did have an extra scene. I didn't even know what it meant. I just wanted it to be mysterious and leave a cliffhanger. And then I adapted onto it.
he can't be trusted. Series 3 of your show is coming up, and I can tell you.
I love his Batman voice, because it's not as gruff as Christian Bale, but it's kind of like a mix between him and Keaton.
I guess. But he's bald. So that's a weird Bruce Wayne.
And Robin with a massive beard like that looked weird as well. He offered to shave. Like Darby said, he can shave. He won't be happy about it, but he can shave. And I was like, no, it's fine.
I think it's more funny in Robin with a goatee beard, though.
And then this was a Val Kilmer speech, which I love. I actually really do like Batman Forever, and I love that speech. Literally, I went and watched every Batman film and just made notes of quotes that I could use. So that's why so much of the dialogue is actual from the movies.
Batman and Robin is actually a guilty pleasure film, because I quite like that film as well.
I like it just because, like, you could tell Arnold Schwarzenegger is like a kid in Disneyland. Like, they put him in the makeup, they put him in the outfit, and Joel Schumacher said, right, do whatever you want. And he's running like around the set like, oh my god, I'm in a Batman film, oh, you're chill, bird boy. And he's having the time of his life. He doesn't give a shit.
This is where shit gets really serious.
Yeah. This was originally shot in an alleyway, and I remember sending it to some people, and they were like, holy shit. And I wanted it even more personal, so I redid it. I was quite impressed with my own acting here, actually. I wanted it to be as personal as possible.
Yes, you made God just, like, literally get so ham on you.
People were like, Sean's an arsehole. I was like, don't blame him.
No. God's an asshole.
I didn't write the lines.
Oh, so you just came up with them?
That's impressive, Sean. That's impressive.
Yes, you are an improv master.
See, now
or the power of God came to you.
No, there was no improv. I had to memorize all this shit.
And
Thanks,
then,
Rob.
And then I did rewrites, and then you had to memorize all that shit.
Yes. And do it all over again.
And then, ironically, in the movie, I
Meanwhile,
just...
Steve is reading off the script on the floor, cheating.
Hey, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
And now I'm promoting Ring of Honor again with a hoodie. Why not?
They're a pretty good wrestling company.
Oh, here we go. God actually visits me in a completely not green screened way.
That looks legit.
Yeah, the close-up doesn't. There we go.
What the fuck is your problem?
seriously, I want to know. Are you fucking crazy right now? What exactly have I ever done to you that warrants the death of me and all my friends?
Well, if you'd let me explain.
You're an atheist, that's why.
I don't want to hear
That's
it,
true.
Okay? You promised me if I made Series 2 amazing, then you would leave me the fuck
Yeah,
alone.
you're a godless heathen. That's the problem.
Okay, but I guess it's not
Well, we don't die, then we just put in the Batman character.
Death is too easy. That just seems random. Imagine God, like, what can I do to... I'll turn them in a Batman character. It's just so random.
As far as I see it, Series 2 was amazing, and so was the finale.
Rob,
Debatable.
you are one of the
No, you
greatest
prick.
excuses for a human I have ever created.
Seriously.
Damn!
That's supposed to phase me.
Just reeling it in.
Series 2 was fantastic.
See, even God said it was fantastic.
You got that bit right. But
Yeah,
what was the
different strokes for
reason?
different folks.
You?
Let's have Seaton.
What are you trying to say?
I think
You and Alex though had a really good storyline that you were going to do after though. For
Yeah.
I saw you at the tender young age of 13.
It's pretty creepy, Sean, that you can see me every time, all the time.
Yeah, that happened.
Stalker.
I saw you
That porno, it isn't mine.
cry yourself to sleep.
If you really think about it, God and Santa Claus are the biggest stalkers on the planet. They watch your every move to make sure you're being good or bad, and if you're being bad, you either get sent to hell or you're given coal.
And they watch you when you're sleeping.
Exactly.
Dead end job after dead end job. Finally got a wife and started Cinematic Venom.
This is basically Rob's life story in 2 minutes.
My point is, you have failed at absolutely everything in your life because you are still
I didn't fail at writing you as an asshole.
self-conscious 13-year-old loser.
True. I definitely succeeded there.
Oh yes.
The music really sets the tone as well. I think it's quite subtle.
And then I did fine on my own.
now this is a really good scene though. You and Sean did really good though. With,
When we were filming this, like out in the woods, there were some kids literally watching us, and their fucking dog kept running in the shot, and it was just so annoying. Like they wouldn't control it, so we had to film around this fucking small little mutt running around. Oh, dramatic zoom in with that zit on my forehead.
You used to be the owner of an online reviewing show, and now you're the lackey. You're just one of the team. You're
You're gonna make me cry, dude.
It used to be your show. It used to revolve entirely around you. You called all the shots. Nothing was released.
I was trying to tear up, but I couldn't get there. God damn it. God damn my lack of acting ability.
but this scene was quite true because I remember we were doing the rehearsals and we did keep changing stuff a bit there with the script a bit that get changed.
I would just kill you right now, but honestly,
It's this last line that's just so cold.
a disgrace like you is better off left to live its own disgusting existence.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Oh my god.
Have a nice day.
Yours truly.
Asshole.
Asshole.
Oh look, but after all that, Bane's trying to be serious. Like,
Because he just discovered he's not Bane. And now I'm not Roz, apparently.
yeah, he's depressed. I am Bane.
That black shirt actually came with the Riddler costume.
Oh, that's cool.
It was going to be hard to be Liam Neeson.
I remember when we was coming up with like the closing scenes, and I had like the God speech and everything, and I thought it would be too serious. So when I wrote this, like Steve came up with the idea of Ra's al Ghul and Bane, and then I wrote the dialogue, and I originally had it be a really comedic scene, and then apparently Steve and Alex met up, and Alex looked over the script, and he goes, "Rob told me this was meant to be a serious scene." No, fuck that. We're doing it again. We're doing it my way.
Knowing Alex, yeah, that probably happened.
Like, I can't remember the original script. I think it was something like Ra's al Ghul walked up to him and said, "You are not Bane," and then Alex flips out like, "I am Bane, damn it!" But it works better as a serious scene.
Yes. I just wanted a Ra's al Ghul thing in there, because I think Ra's al Ghul is good.
By the way, when you put your hand on his shoulder, that wasn't planned, was it? Because he kind of
No.
flinches. He kind of flinches here. Like, yeah, he's like, you caught him off guard.
Yes, that was off script. Everything I did was mostly off script, because I'm better at improv. I'm better at freestyling.
This whole scene was written by Steve. It was originally a lot longer, but I wanted to cut it down because I felt like...
You wanted to cut it out altogether!
Yeah, I was cutting it down, and then I thought it was too serious, so I cut it, and Steve was like, "You bastard! The amount of effort I had to put up with the green screen and everything," and I was like...
Oh yes, it was a bastard. I didn't care that you cut it down. But cutting it out altogether, I would have killed you.
Yeah, and I'm glad I kept it in because it does add a lot, and I felt like Ra's al... Look at that awful paint job. Yeah! And I felt like Ra's al Ghul had such a strong character to keep it short and sweet. He's in there, no sexual remark intended, and then just kicks me when I'm down, then fucks off.
I think this works better that it's fuzzy because, yes, there's that debate. Is Ra's al Ghul dead or not? It makes it look like he's an entity.
I didn't think about that, actually. So anyone who says it was shit quality, there you go. With Mickey James over your shoulder there.
It's quite unique in the plot, really, though, that Ra's al Ghul stirs up the trouble in Rob and Alex, though.
Yeah.
Our friendship with Alex isn't beyond saving. We've let go of the past and we're friends now.
So in this story, is Whitey like still lying dead on the couch right now? Because I'm not even freaked out.
I think you're just too enthralled at the fact that Ra's al Ghul just showed up in your room uninvited. Maybe Ra's took him to the League of Shadows or something.
With 50 Shades on the bookshelf there next to you.
Why?
They're not mine, alright? They're Russians.
Why?
I don't know. There's a Tupac album there. They're Tupac Outlaws. That makes up for it.
Friends DVD.
Yeah, we're just looking at all the shit around Mars now.
We are back to finish the job.
Oh, this took forever to record.
Oh yeah, there's so many bloopers. I mean, I even cut the bloopers down, but it took Steve so long to get the long lines memorized.
That and my cat.
Yeah, the that's in the bloopers. His cat wouldn't leave him alone.
Yeah, he kept going through the green screen.
And now they're closing. We got to have a closing montage.
Yeah, I noticed you changed the music here because originally you had Batman's montage music, and then you used this. I don't know where this is from.
Yeah. I can't remember, it was a while ago. There's actually a part where Alex filmed himself approaching the building, but I cut it out because he's wearing shorts, and it looks unintentionally hilarious to see Bane's pasty white legs. I felt like it kind of ruined the moment. This was Steve. No, this was his idea, don't...
Yes, but that's just me eating the pills. He doesn't show the part where I over-exaggerately sell the overdose.
He like spazzes out of it.
I don't know why I came up with that. I don't. I think that... When did I come up with that? That must have been before I started dating Anna, so that was probably still my dark period, so...
Is that a Transformers shirt that he's wearing?
Yes, he got that from Universal.
I remember when I told... when Alex sent me the footage of this, I actually yelled at him because... My scene with God was meant to be my big acting performance, and then when he cries here, I actually thought that he was a lot better, and I was like, God damn it! But then Steve pointed out, I'm playing Jim Carrey, so I'm not supposed to win an Oscar. Or even be nominated.
Right. He's playing Tom Hardy, which I guess same thing.
Poor Luke.
Luke is getting beaten up.
This was fun, that was fun to film though, that was gory.
The worst sharpshooter in the history of the world.
I thought it was the
was that what that was supposed to be?
I thought it was the one with Jericho that you were playing.
Yeah, we'll go with that. It was Walls of Jericho. I mean, we don't even technically know what Bane's crying about. He really wanted to be Bane. He's really just depressed. And then in the same montage, Luke gets chased by a zombie.
This was my idea. I just thought it'd be absolutely hilarious.
But she's not even like trying to chase you. She's just skipping along.
This is my friend Jono who did this great voice. He's been like, when I asked him to be the Adam West narrator, and he said, does that mean I have to say really loads of shit puns? Because that's all the narrator did, so that's why there's just bad pun after bad pun.
Succeed in taking out Rob, and not in a romantic dinner and movie kind. Tune in next time to find out. Same bad time. Oh God, really? How many times has this gag been done?
I did that because I wrote this, and then Nostalgia Critic did this exact same joke in one of his reviews, like maybe Catwoman, I think. I was like, fuck. We have so many false endings. It's like Return of the King.
The original ending.
Yeah, like the original ending was I delete Alex from the script and Catwoman walks in. Then it was Edward Nygma's scene with the Joker. Then it was this. Then it was the scene with Aaron, and then I just decided to combine them all together. And the reason the quality is suddenly shifted up is because this is where they've got the new camera, which are used for the CV episodes now. So this is the last thing ever filmed for the movie.
Me own material?
I was about to say my own material. Shut up.
Yes.
It's... Oh shit. See, with that as the ending, some people kind of didn't know what that meant.
Yeah, the other one that you pick is better. And then here's Joker.
These are two Nicholson lines, so it wasn't just to be controversial about Heath Ledger.
Oh, I just kill myself.
I think he says that in the game, maybe, as well. I kill myself. I know Jack Nicholson says it in Batman. And then the Cesar Romero thing, which I know is cold, but I just wanted that other line out.
Yes, this was not my idea, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even know why I say that. What's the motive?
You're Joker, you hate everyone.
No, I love everyone. I just love to see people tortured. Now this is all ad-libbed.
Yeah.
Long time.
And I love your reaction when I sent this to you.
Yeah, I didn't think, because Steve did a demo, but I wasn't too specific on what I wanted the speech to be, so I kind of wanted another one, and I felt like it went on too long, so I said, I don't think you can do an unscripted run on this topic without it going on too long, and then he sent me this, and it was just so perfect. I didn't cut anything out, I didn't cut anything down, and I love how Stone Cold Steve Austin is watching this epic speech take place.
To make sure that we have the freedoms that we have now.
What?
You know.
What?
Freedom of speech. We have the right to bear arms, the right to privacy.
By the way, it's ironic you attempt suicide right in front of a Kurt Cobain poster. Just saying.
Being tampered with.
Yeah, sadly enough.
The government says they can't, even though they like to twist their own words. The fact of the matter is that we can do something about it. We could. But us as a society, we're worried about what Kim Kardashian is doing on Twitter. We're worried about what Kanye West is doing on his next album. We're worried about what controversial lewd act Lady Gaga is going to perform. We're worried about what Kristen Stewart's going to do as far as an actual facial expression.
What did Kristen Stewart ever do to you?
We're worried about the trivial things in life.
Nothing. She just, like, she's so, like, emotionless.
She doesn't even smile at her own wedding in Twilight.
Has faded into an existence. Joker, I can't do this alone because my message is fairly true. While yes, we live in a free country, we need to make it even more free than it
If they ever do a Riddler in like future Batman, Steve, you should definitely audition there.
Did that hat and glasses come with the costume?
No, those are my legitimate glasses.
Oh, okay.
That hat I got at Hard Rock Cafe.
Joker.
Yeah, those are my real glasses that I need to use to see.
The problems. What do you say?
Dum dum dum. So, let's go round. Steve, your thoughts on this movie and making it?
It took a very long time. 3 years. But, yeah, no, this was... I'm gonna put the comedy aside. This was actually a very fun experience, and I hope to do something like this again in the near future, to replay the Joker role and that Riddler role. I'll admit, after seeing the whole film and seeing the credits, it just feels accomplishing.
Sean?
Well, fuck you for having me memorize so many lines, but... but apart from that, yeah, this was kind of fun to make.
Look how many roles I play, Jesus Christ. Luke?
Yeah, no, I had fun as well, though. I think there were times when it was really tired, but I did really enjoy it, though, and it was cool meeting, like, Danny and Howard and Pete, and Eva as well, so I tried to think her name, but...
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was good. I really enjoyed it. It was a fun experience.
Yeah, it was really fun. Like Craig said, he was going through a difficult time at the time, and making this really cheered him up, and it was the most fun experience. I really enjoyed it. We're already planning, like, working on an outline for the sequel, so there will be a second one. It'll be a lot different, and I want to handle it a lot more professionally. I don't want to do the whole making fun of continuity and everything. But it will definitely be as good, or hopefully even better, because the ideas we have, especially revolving around Bane and Joker, it gets even more over the top and
Right.
even more ridiculous. So I don't think there's anything to say while these credits play. So we should just end it here. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and I hope you enjoy the sequel whenever it comes out. Maybe in 3 years' time.